Hey, I figured I would do a walkthrough of all my raspberry plants, and there's one that's a raspberry-ish plant. We'll do that one first. And just show you the varieties, how stuff grows. And this is May 31st, 2026. So I'll also show you seasonally what's going on. So the first section here is actually a blackberry raspberry cross called a Loganberry. Loganberries are absolutely delicious. They are a cross between a blackberry and a raspberry, of course, but they're kind of raspberry-ish taste with blackberry size and blackberry juiciness. So I got a lot of flowers and stuff from last year's canes. I may have as many as 4 plants here that I purchased. These don't really look like they spread that much, which is kind of a bummer because I really like the taste of these. I've got this netting here, and I had some canes that were on the ground, so I've kind of just smushed them up in here. These are a little hard to manage because they want to grow out. So I've used a lot of poles and stuff to kind of try to get them better. But if you look, everything just, oops, the netting here, everything just kind of wants to go out at angles, like a rose bush or something. So that's Loganberries. Now the next thing here, and again, I planted this all last year, although one of these Loganberries I had in the ground somewhere else the year before. Everything else was new. So next, we're going to take a look at the Caroline red raspberries. So these I think I had to order online. There's just 2 plants in here, and they're just filling in super nice. I mean, look at that. Just crazy. So if you didn't notice, I've got the bird netting up because some things are starting to ripen over here a little bit, and I just want to get ahead of the curve. But these Carolines are a red raspberry. I had some taller canes. The deer came by and ate them. I hate deer. But I'm not sure. I think maybe this cane right here that's on the ground is these Carolines. I see fruit there, and I see some more back there. So I should have a little bit of fruit this year, but next year should be stellar. Most of what you're looking at here is new growth. All right, I've got a heritage red raspberry here. I just planted this about 6 weeks ago. It was a fairly big when I bought it. And at the top, you were looking at 2 brand new canes from this year. But underneath that, they were nice enough to give me a bunch of old canes that have fruit on them. So this is a really popular variety to grow. I got that at Lowe's this year. Let's see. So now it's one of the most impressive I have from both last year and this year. This one's called Latham. This was a Home Depot plant, and it is going to drive me nuts because once you get stuff through the bird netting, it's very difficult to get it out without damaging the plant. Let's look at last year's cane first. This was taller, but when I put the net on it, I had to lose about, I don't know, 8 inches of it and about 20 berries. As you can see, lots of berries on the way. So that is super nice. And the plant growth, wow, I mean, I thought that was good. The plant growth on these Lathams is insane. And this is 2 plants. 2 plants. When these are new, so like the new canes here are kind of this, a little bit of this bluish greenish. I don't know how well you can see that. Versus the old canes, you know, they get kind of woody, which is your norm on these. And then finally, we will cover these very quickly from the back side, but everything over here is called Brandywine. So Brandywine is a raspberry cross of a black raspberry and a red raspberry. And don't know what they taste like yet. Don't know what most of these taste like yet because I just planted them last year. But these are a little on the thorny side. How well you can see that. But again, there's just 2 plants here. So I've got some fruit coming. You can see the starts of berries there. All that is cool. I got lots of berries. So again, these would be last year's canes. But let's take a look from the other side. So some of last year's canes kind of got damaged via winter. So there's not a whole lot of fruit going on. I had to cut them down, which hurt. But you can see all the new growth here, and I believe a weed down there that looks a lot like a raspberry, but it's not. That, however, is a raspberry. So let's quickly just go through the rest of this stuff. So we're at the back of the Lathams. And hilariously, this was opened up a little bit. A friend went and came and grabbed some, and it's filling in already again. Heritage, I want to fill in. It's just I bought one bush instead of two because it was big. This is the back of my Carolines. And these, I'm pretty sure, are Loganberries that have fallen. So this is kind of the back of my Loganberries. And you can get a better idea what I was talking about. Look at all the spread on this. These just don't, they just refuse to grow upright. Maybe I could train some of them to do it. But once they start curving, it's really rough. And that's the only thing I don't like about these things is for my purposes of growing these, it is hard to kind of contain them. But again, there we go. And we'll take a look at both. And there are my blackberry and raspberry beds side by side. I've got another video with just the blackberries if you're interested.